Yeah, we're in a really good position. We've only got one injury. We had 46 players do the full session today, so we've pretty much got an entire squad to pick from. So what we're going to do, we've got 4 matches between now and round 1. So for example, this week, I guess you'd call them 10 of our better players are not going to play. So guys, Rutten, Riley, Dangerfield, Sloan, Jacobs, S. Thompson, Portpleasure, those sort of guys won't play any footy this weekend. We'll certainly manage their game time leading into round 1. So we'll be quite young and inexperienced this first week, but we still expect to play well and to win.
Who's the one injury? Is that Talia?
No, Joyce. Joyce was the only one that didn't train today. So it's a really good position to be in, and once again, fingers crossed, touch wood, we're in a similar position to last year where we had a full squad going into the early part of the season. So it's a great reward for how hard our boys have worked over the summer, but also to our strength and conditioning team have done a great job in giving us a fit squad.
Usually the confidence to go younger.
I think we do have great depth. I mean, there's a lot of players who were playing some great footy last season but just didn't get an opportunity. So guys like Tom Lynch, Lewis Johnston, Aidan Riley, Jared Lyons, these sort of guys played some really good, consistent footy last year, but we just didn't get a chance to look at them as much as what we would have liked in an AFL game. So now's their chance. I mean, it's very early in the season, but they certainly get an opportunity to play the Crows' way over the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Is there a change of thinking? Like it seemed last pre-season you wanted to win it, to send a pretty strong message pretty early. Is there a different tone this year?
No, the same message. We still want to win, and I don't really care who we put on the park. I think we do have great depth, and I think we'll see a Crows team this week that is still hungry to win, even though it's mid-February. It doesn't matter who plays. If you put on the Crows jumper, there's a certain expectation that you go out and play our way. So what a great opportunity for these young boys to come in this week and play hard and play well.
You mentioned guys like Lynch and Johnson. Have you given any of them sort of specific demands for the NAB Cup, or is it more of a general sort of vibe?
No, it's still very general. They certainly have a role to play in the team each week. So we're quite structured when it comes to how we play the 22 that we pick each week. We're quite structured in how we set up. So those guys will certainly have a role to play on Sunday. But it is a bit of a challenge too, because we've got 2 games. They're split up by about 60 or 70 minutes. And because it's going to be hot, there'll probably be only, 2 17-minute halves, So it's only a small little window for them to play and to play well. But those boys are training really well. They're a year older. They're more experienced. The hunger's there. And there's a great chance to see what we've got.
Johnston with his 3 goals last week, where's he sitting in that pecking order at the moment to sort of take?
Oh, there's a great competition. I mean, obviously losing Tippett, we've got some different options in our forward line now. So I've mentioned Johnson and Lynch, McKern and Jenkins, Henderson, Portpleasure can play different sort of roles down there as well. So plus we've got some kids coming through, Kerridge, Crouch, who can play forward and a big body young players. So we can give the opposition a lot of different looks in our forward line. We're not going to be, I said that towards the end of last year, we're not just going to replace Kurt Tippett with another lookalike. There can be some different options that we throw at the opposition.
How much different is Adelaide going to be this year?
Not much. Not much. We've certainly tinkered with a couple of little things in our game plan. We do keep things pretty basic. We keep things pretty simplified and fairly concise. But at the same time, we did need to make some adjustments to how we play, and I've been really happy with what I've seen so far in the summer, and I'm sure we're going to be a side that's going to be hard to beat again this year.
So where's your read on where the game changes and where you have to change?
It's a tricky question because there were 2 very distinct game styles in the grand final last year. Hawthorn play one way, Sydney play the other, the 2 best sides from last year. A lot of sides will take a bit of almost every club plays the same now, and that's with the press and man-on-man, pressure on the ball carrier. But you probably see 4 distinct styles in how sides attack. So we're grouped with probably Essendon, Western Bulldogs with how we sort of play, and Richmond play a bit more like Hawthorn. So there's a lot of different methods that sides attack with, but we think we play a distinct way as well.
You
mentioned tackling as a focus at the start of the pre-season. Have you liked what you've seen at the time?
Yeah, we have exposed our players a little bit like last year. We exposed our players to a lot of contested ball drills. This year we did a lot more tackling, but also trying to beat the tackle. So that'll be one area that we'll be looking at the start of the season, early in the NAB Cup, as a sign that we need to improve.